At some point in your life, you have been wronged by another. Maybe it was a close friend or a family member. They let you down, or perhaps they were the cause of your pain. You were betrayed, abused, used, and tossed aside like you had little or no value. When that occurred, you probably thought to yourself, man, am I lucky? Everybody wishes they were me right now. Okay, you didn't say that, but maybe you should have. In Matthew 5:7, Jesus said, "Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy." Blessed means to be fortunate, to be envied. We might say in our vernacular, lucky is he who is merciful. And what is mercy? Well, mercy and grace are pretty much the same thing. Sometimes we differentiate them by saying grace is getting something you don't deserve, and mercy is not getting something you do deserve. And I think that's a pretty accurate, fair understanding of those two words. But mercy is essentially not getting what you do deserve. We are given a great opportunity when we are wronged by another because we can show them mercy. In Matthew 18, verses 21 and 22, it says, "Then Peter came to him and asked, 'Lord, how often should I forgive someone who sins against me? 7 times?' Jesus said, 'No, not 7 times, but 70 times 7. That doesn't mean keep track for 490 times. But Peter is asking, how long must I show mercy? At what point can I nail his hide to the wall? And Jesus' answer is, continue to forgive those who seek it. There is not a set limit. That does not mean that you make the guy who embezzled money from the church the treasurer. Understand that. Perhaps you have experienced physical abuse from another. And Jesus is not saying that you should stay away from taking precautions or you should make yourself vulnerable to continued abuse. Nor is Jesus saying you should withhold contacting the authorities. If you are being abused, you are the one who needs to be shown mercy. Contacting the authorities can start you on the path of physical, mental, or emotional recovery. This is about the attitude that should come from having been forgiven. When I hear a Christian who refuses to forgive, I wonder if they've ever truly sought God's forgiveness. If you have experienced God's forgiveness, you should be able to forgive others. Doing so can be incredibly difficult, but the attitude that says, I will not forgive no matter what, it doesn't demonstrate the life of a forgiven person. Don't be consumed by hatred and spite. Why are the merciful so fortunate? Well, they have the promise of mercy in the future. The believer has been given mercy from God and will receive God's mercy in the future. That's what being saved is all about. I have wronged God, I have sinned against him, and yet he sent his one and only Son, Jesus, to pay the penalty for my sin so that I could be forgiven. What I deserve is punishment for eternity, but God has shown me mercy. He has not given me what I have deserved. Instead, he has given me life through Jesus Christ, which I have not. In Hebrews 6:10 is an encouragement for those that have trusted Christ to treat others who have trusted Christ a certain way. The writer of Hebrews says, "For God is not unjust. He will not forget how hard you have worked for him and how you have shown your love to him." How? By caring for other believers as you still do. It would be unjust of God to overlook mercy we have shown others. He delights in mercy. He is merciful. The merciful receive God's mercy. They receive compassion. A truly fortunate person is the one who is a recipient of God's mercy. And remember this, when it comes to extending mercy, you can't outdo God. What will the kingdom be like? The kingdom will be filled with people that deserve God's wrath, but have been given mercy instead.